Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Today we are unpacking a seriously fascinating shift in the National Capital Region's real estate market. We're looking at the data behind the Moti City project in Moti Nagar to see how the very concept of the affordable premium home is completely evolving.
Let's just jump right in, shall we? When I say luxury real estate, your brain probably immediately jumps to some staggering multi-crore number, right? But we really have to ask, what does a premium two-bedroom home actually need to cost today? Are we paying for the bricks and mortar or just the zip code?
To get to the bottom of this, we've broken this explainer into 4 quick parts: redefining luxury, the 46 lakh reality, lifestyle and connectivity, and lastly, the financials.
All right, part 1, redefining real estate luxury. The entire paradigm is shifting right under our feet.
Think about it. The old mindset of luxury, it meant spending an absolute fortune just to be crammed into a congested city center. But the data shows modern buyers are making a massive pivot. Today, luxury is defined by quality of life, safety, and really high-speed connectivity. And they're finding all of that on the better planned outskirts for, get this, under 50 lakhs.
This quote really hits the nail on the head. Luxury isn't just about a flashy pin code anymore. It's about your daily peace of mind. People are basically saying, no way am I trading my sanity just to live downtown. And that right there explains the surging demand for emerging corridors like Moti Nagar.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 2, the 46 lakh reality.
Now, whenever we hear the words premium and affordable smashed together, our red flags naturally go up, right? But according to the project data, a premium 2 BHK at Moti City starts at roughly 46 lakhs. It sounds like a marketing gimmick, but the source presents it as a very calculated reality. So how on earth does a developer deliver luxury while staying comfortably under the 50 lakh mark?
Well, it all comes down to timing and strategic land acquisition. Because developers in Moti Nagar aren't paying ridiculous premiums just for the dirt, they can take those savings and funnel them directly into construction quality. And they're doing all this while strictly adhering to government-approved GDA construction standards.
And just to give you a sense of the actual space, because let's be honest, sometimes affordable is just a polite word for tiny, these apartments typically offer between 650 and 1,000 square feet. That's a genuinely functional footprint for a family, without totally blowing the budget.
Okay, let's move into Section 3, gated lifestyle and connectivity. What does the daily experience actually look like?
The source material emphasizes this idea of a gated lifestyle. And it's not just a fancy buzzword. It means a planned residential retreat completely tucked away from industrial pollution. It's exactly that serene environment that families are actively searching for today.
And look, an accessible price point doesn't mean you're living bare bones. This project maps out a whole self-sustaining ecosystem. We're talking 24/7 CCTV monitoring, zero pollution green parks, and dedicated community spaces. It gives you the safety and vibe of a super high-end complex just without that crazy price tag.
Now, I know what you're probably thinking, but what about the commute? The biggest fear with moving out to the outskirts is isolation, but high-speed transit is totally changing the math. From Moti City, you're just a 10-minute hop to the Namal Bharat RRTS station. From there, you are pulling into massive hubs like Noida or Indirapuram in 20 total minutes. The map is literally shrinking.
And actually, it's not just the rail system. Local roads are actively expanding too. This property sits right on a sanctioned 4-lane approved road, and the development funds are already allocated. That is absolutely crucial, because it means the infrastructure is growing in tandem with the housing, which helps keep future gridlock at bay. All right, on to our final piece of the puzzle, Section 4, Smart Financial Investing.
Because let's face it, the sticker price is only half the financial story. To help lower that entry barrier, there's a really interesting incentive outlined in the data: zero maintenance fees for the first 24 months, 2 full years. We all know how much surprise maintenance bills sting, so this gives new buyers some serious breathing room while they get used to a new mortgage. When you combine that initial relief with the fact that these are fully approved for 75 to 90% bank financing from major players like HDFC, the whole thing becomes incredibly accessible. Add in the high appreciation potential from those new transit links we just talked about, and the source really frames this as a highly strategic financial play.
In fact, the source documents wrap up with a very clear forecast. As the rapid rail becomes the absolute backbone of NCR's transport, and as those 4-lane roads finish up, property values are expected to rise sharply. The logic is super simple. Once the wider market wakes up to the convenience, the prices are going to catch up fast.
So the whole paradigm is shifting. It's moving away from crowded, noisy centers toward open space, smart infrastructure, and actual quality of life. Which leaves us with one really vital question to consider before your next move. Are you still chasing an outdated idea of luxury, or is it finally time to rethink what premium living means for your family's future? Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll catch you next time.